Alright, now welcome to SC Custom Designs. This is video 2 of repairing my porch. Repairing my porch has been spanned over a year now, because last year we painted our house and had the roofs and the dormers refinished. So all the roofs have tiles, new shingles, and the dormers are all wrapped with vinyl. So I never have to go up there and paint again. But down here is another story. So this porch has been upgraded by me and updated as needed through time. The first thing I did was well, it may not be the first thing, but down there where you can't see, I reinforced the bottom of the porch so that I could put in new 2x4s, 4x4s, sorry. I also had to put in some new plates above. You can call them the capitals, very humble capitals. Look up the series where across the street I helped my neighbor put up, place the capital on his pillar there. He's doing a lot of amazing work on his house. So essentially, at the moment, the first thing we did was to put a temporary piece of pressure treated lumber on the top of my steps, because what you can see here is basically the boards have rotted through the rock of ages, through time. And you know, it's becoming more and more obvious that I need to do something about it. Well, we are doing something about it. First of all, so what you're seeing here are 2 by, I believe it's 6 by 8. There's 2 of those, and what we're going to do, by the way, look up the videos on the reviews that I do. For example, these are most of the fasteners you're going to need. The system to the help to fasten said screw, and we'll do that real quickly. Look up the review on the DeWalt 20 volt max XR. This unit here, it is the DCF887, and I basically at the moment have him set to the mid-level of the power, because that's really all I need to do this. So what I did is I alternated two screws on either side of the unit. Oops, sorry. So that when you do things live. So I have 2 screws on this side and 2 screws on the other side, and then alternating. It's not recommended that you use these types of screws on treated lumber, by the way, but for the moment it's going to be fine. I just picked up this pressure treated this weekend. Had it sitting for 24 hours on my porch, and it's still quite wet, but we're going to go ahead and put them together. Those are going to go under here. Okay, so under here is compromised. There's like 3 2x from one end of the pillar support to the other, but they have been compromised. So therefore I recommend to you, these are the tools that I've been using for the project. You know, it's funny, first you bring out this tool and then that tool, you know, maybe a hammer and a chisel. Next thing you know, you got a pallet, you got squares, tape measure, drills, saws of various sorts, and even a blower. What about the heat gun? Basically, the heat gun was to dry out all of the material that was underneath this area here, where apparently ants have made their home. And so I had to dry out, and then I applied polyurethane type product for exterior underneath there so it could preserve what I had. Okay, so Then if we take this level here, I haven't really done an episode on this yet, the Johnson Magnetic Heavy Duty box level. But if we put this down here, first thing you're going to notice is the daylight. Okay, we're good here. Daylight, 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 daylight. So over the years, the porch has sunk. And we're good there. So what we have to do, what I'm going to do, is take a car jack, and I'm going to put that under the porch, and I'm going to jack up this area here with these boards that are secured. We're going to set this 4x4, which is way more than I need, by the way, pressure treated, onto these units here. These are made to receive 2x. A 2x, such as these guys here, or a 4x4 in the middle. And this guy here will go on the ground under here. That way we can have some reasonable assurances, you know, that sitting down there on the ground, it isn't going to just sink. You don't want to put a 4x4 on the ground like that, even if it's pressure treated. And so we'll use these units on either side. And you're like, hey, what's that mess? Well, another tool that I have. It's like it hurt me. The bag and the broom to clean up your messes. You don't want to have messes. You want to take care of that. All right, so well, what is this over here? These are 2x, I believe they're 12s, by, they're more than, they're 8, I believe they're 8 feet. And so basically, at the moment I have them clamped up, I only need one of them, and they, you know, this late in the season, July 19th, they don't have a lot of pressure treated left in the store, so in this case Lowe's. So essentially I had them cut it in half so I can get into my Route 4. Literally I fitted it into my Route 4. Oh, it was 10 feet long, by the way. But I had them clamped up because you know what happens is wood will have its own way according to the rays in the wood. So I have my clamps on there, so it says, you know what, you can dry out here, but I don't need you warping on me. So I have them clamped. So these, one of them is going to go replace this part here. Okay, he's going to be the top tread. And what I plan on doing is cutting him out so that he'll replace this compromised board here and go a little bit beyond the back. And so he will essentially become the floor for up here. What I'm going to have to do is then obviously cut back the board here that's been compromised, and these will be set on top of this. Okay, so that's my plan, my friends. I hope you enjoy my episodes. So please subscribe, click the like button. Another thing that we have to continue is my very first crown molding efforts. I mean, I literally barely got this guy up here, and then it got so cold, I'm like, I'm done. So I got one piece up, and I need to finish the rest of the porch. So what you're looking at here, my efforts are saving me thousands of dollars because I'm doing it myself. Here are the rails that I took off. They're sitting here. And you're like, why in the world do you have a blower out here, Steve? That's basically my answer to this. It's amazing. You don't just use them for leaves. Thanks for coming into the Shop Sophisticated Designs. But before we go, I want to show you something. I also do episodes on what the heck did you do this weekend? And these are my herbs that are on the outside I won't be able to know all of them, but that's basil. This is like a lemon balm. I don't remember what he is. This is, I don't remember. You all will know what these are. This is like an onion chive. And I really don't remember what these guys are. But you know where they belong? Right here. Before you get that salsa out, put them on your chips. And let me tell you, they are delicious. A nice, healthy way to go. A continuation of what the heck you do this weekend. A lot of garden episodes. The lovely one is plant of lettuce. These tomatoes of various species are from my pastors. They like to give those out to the parishioners and let them take ownership. I just picked up some food for these guys because I noticed the bottom of some of, I believe they're actually fruit, had brown on the bottom. Thank God none of these cherry tomatoes had that. But I did have that situation over here. So what I've done is I just picked them off. All right. Thanks for coming into the shop at Cousin Designs. God bless. Now my usual exit for my videos. Let's come down here. We have to go this way. Shalom Avachad Lekol Chavarim Shali Ba'aretz Israel. Goodbye to all my friends in Israel. That's Hebrew. Masalami. Goodbye in Arabic. In Tutsins. Goodbye in, or see you later in Afrikaans. In Tsaichin, which is Mandarin, mainland China, perhaps Taiwan. Or goodbye. And in New York we say, hey, see you later.